So, what is a flipped classroom? A flipped classroom is a classroom that kind of works the opposite of what you think of for most classrooms. When most people think of a classroom, they think of a teacher talks about the material, helps you learn the material, and then they send you off on your own and you do homework and you get practice and you try to become good at that material, and then you come back and they say, okay, all that time you spent by yourself trying to be good at it, here's a quiz about it. Do well on the quiz now. A flipped classroom is kind of the opposite. In a flipped classroom, you spend time on your own learning the material. Now, I've already made recordings of me teaching the material, so if you really like listening to somebody talk about the stuff and show you how to do things, I have recordings where I've done that, and those are in the course. Then, there's homework problems that you're actually given answer keys for. So you do the homework, you try them, you check them with the answer keys, you see if you can do an awesome job on the homework, just like you normally would. But then, rather than just jumping in and taking a quiz and going, yay, I hope I do well, instead, you check those answers with the answer keys, and if you're not doing well, then you ask me about it. And that's what our Class Connects are for. I will spend a little bit of time talking about material that should be reviewed because it'll all be material that's already been on the calendar. And then we're going to have a bunch of time for you guys to say, Mr. Deegan, I did the homework assignment on page 45, number 9. Here is the problem that I did. Here's some of my work. The answer key said I got this wrong. What the heck is going on? And then we talk about your work specifically. And so, a decent chunk of time of the Class Connects is going to be spent looking at homework that you and other students did and seeing if we can figure out where the mistakes were made and how to fix them. That way, when you go to take the quiz, you've already gotten help from me on exactly the things that you're doing wrong. So, to talk about your classwork, there's a before, a during, and an after. The stuff that you're expected to do before Class Connect is I expect you to do the lessons in the course. If there's relevant recordings, check them out. At the end of every lesson, it tells you to go do a homework assignment. I expect that you're doing those homework assignments. Not only that you're doing them, but there's answer keys for all those homework assignments, and those answer keys even show you steps. So I really expect you to be using those answer keys to not just say, okay, I got numbers 1, 7, and 9 wrong. I expect you to look at the answer keys and figure out, hey, can I figure out why I got this wrong? Because if you can figure out why you got it wrong without me, then you don't need me, and that's awesome. If you can redo the homework, definitely redo the homework. And you can use notes and lessons and recordings and all that stuff for the homework. And if you did super awesome on it, go take the quiz. Don't wait around for me. If you're not doing super awesome on it, K-mail me. Come to Class Connect. Talk to me about this stuff. That's what I'm here for. And one thing I want to point out is I said I expect you guys to do the lessons in the course. When you're doing lessons in the course, that means trying the sample problems that they give you, taking notes, and actually doing what's there. You need to write things down and try problems. Don't just watch the little recording they have and say, oh, that makes sense. Yeah, okay. Because having it make sense to watch somebody else do it doesn't mean that you can do it. I have watched a lot of NFL football. That doesn't make me an NFL level quality quarterback. I have watched a lot of musicians play guitar. That doesn't make me the next Jimi Hendrix. Seeing somebody else doing it and saying, oh, that makes sense, I get why they did that, isn't the same as you being able to do it. You have to try it. Class Connect, I expect you guys to take notes on the stuff that we talk about. I expect you to engage with me and each other. So again, waiting for me to just tell you about stuff isn't going to help you get better at this stuff. You have to ask me questions. You have to try problems that I'm doing on the board. You have to help other students when they're struggling. This is a team effort. I expect you to be asking questions about things that you got wrong. On that, what do you do before Class Connect? I said that you have to have done your homework and checked it with answer keys. So when you come in and you say, Mr. Deegan, I'm really having trouble with 1.08. I'm going to say, okay, why don't you throw one of the homework problems you did up on the board? And you're going to pull out your homework from 1.08. You're going to find one of the ones you did wrong. And we're going to give you a little time to write the stuff on the board. Or if you've taken a picture of it, to upload that picture. And then you need to be ready to try new problems. I'm going to make some stuff up on the fly. I might give you other homework problems. Heck, I might even give you a test or a quiz question without telling you that's what I'm doing. But you got to be ready to try problems and work on stuff. After class, if there was a homework assignment that you really got stumped on and you knew you weren't ready for that quiz, and we talk about it in class because you came in and you asked questions and we worked on some of your stuff, redo the homework problem. Don't just go take the quiz. Because if you're still not ready for that quiz, the only way you're going to know that is by trying the homework problem again. And if you are ready, maybe you don't need to do the whole thing. Maybe you can just do a couple problems and say, I really do get this. This is awesome. And then check the ones that you did with the homework key. And then go take that quiz. So, the before part is you spending a lot of time working with lessons and doing the homework and checking your answers. And if you've been with Weeva for a while, that's not really any different. Your teachers have already been asking you to do that. Really, the difference now is that our Class Connect time, I've already spent more time talking about other stuff than I usually want to. I want to spend a lot of time talking to you guys about what you are working on. And usually it's tough for Weeva teachers to find enough time in a Class Connect to do that.